And hello everyone and welcome to Knights Talk. I'm your host Rob Leonard. What a week it was for the Meaford Knights in the Greater Metro Hockey League. Their very first playoff series, quarterfinal series versus the Bradford Rattlers. And man, what a week, I tell you. We'll take a look at the results of the 4 games that were played this week. And as you can see in Game 1, Meaford was able to play the first game at home. It should have been played in Bradford, but Bradford couldn't get the ice time. Series had to start Thursday night. Meaford took advantage of that by winning 6-4 on home ice. Then it would shift to Bradford for the next 2 games, Saturday and Sunday. Meaford with what I thought was probably the best game they've played all season long. Meaford defeating Bradford by a score of 3-1 to take a 2-0 series lead. Then on Sunday, Meaford looking to close that series out, but the Rattlers would have no part of that. They beat Meaford 4-0 to pull to within 2-1 on Meaford. Interestingly, in that game, Jack Edmonds, even though he was beaten 4-0, was named the first star of the game. 47 saves in net for Meaford in that game. And as you can see in Game 4, played in Meaford last night, the Meaford Knights win the series at home in front of a packed house by a score of 6-2 over the Bradford Rattlers. We're going to take a look at the highlights of this one. Welcome to Rogers Sports. Cooper takes a look in the middle to Boudreau. Boudreau on to Taylor Jordan. Jordan scores! Taylor Jordan! Picked up there by Brunberg. Brunberg into Korbatov. Back to Brunberg. Brunberg shot score! Rasmus Brunberg ties this game. Tips it with his glove in over the line. He's got Mac Fleming with him. Puck in front. With Mac! Quinton Maddox! And nice play by Will Vernon. Will Vernon comes in over the line. Look at him, score! Wow! Checked off it nicely by Quinton Maddox. And here goes Mac Fleming. Mac Fleming shoots, goal! Here's Willenborg. He's taken down hard. Great job by Bo Drover. Drover out front. Mac Fleming scores! Mac Fleming! Where it is. Here's Taylor Jordan. Jordan weaves around. Jordan scores! Korbatov gets it to Vigor. Vigor with a shot, line score. Korbatov gets it to Vigor. Vigor with a shot, line score. And as you can see, the final score, Meaford 6, the Bradford Rattlers 2. Meaford finished 6th in the regular season. Bradford finished 3rd in the regular season, but Meaford would upset them in 4 games, 3-1. Now, I want to take a look at it. I wouldn't normally include a fight in the highlights here on the show, but I feel like we need to include this one because I feel it was a turning point of the game for Meaford last night, and I think we've got a tape of this. Oh, and here they go. Tanner Gates and Pasha are gonna go. Here we go, Tanner Gates and Pasha. Here we go. Oh, Tanner Gates lands a good one. Tanner Gates, oh, wow. Tanner Gates. Tanner Gates, wow. That was Tanner Gates, number 8 for the Meaford Knights, taking on Jonathan Pasha Gumishgum. All right, and we'll take a look at the numbers here. Tanner Gates is listed at 5'10", 160 pounds. I think Tanner's maybe more like 5'8", 160 pounds. And Pasha Gumishgum, 6 feet, 200 pounds. Tanner Gates went out there and, as you can see by the tape, had his way with Jonathan, and that was what turned the tide in the favor of the Meaford Knights. 14 seconds after that fight, it was a 1-1 tie. 14 seconds later, Quentin Maddock would score to give Meaford the go-ahead goal at 2-1, and before the period ended, Meaford would add another to take a 3-1 lead into the third period. Now, again, you know, I don't understand why the Bradford Rattler would get involved in a fight at that point. That was a bad move on his part, because although Tanner Getz is much smaller than he is, if you lose that fight, what is going to happen is exactly what happened. Meaford was absolutely pumped after that. The crowd was into the game. You could see the Meaford players and coaches on the bench were just absolutely shocked that Tanner Getz had done what he had done. So hats off to Tanner Getz for getting into that scrap, taking a couple for the team, but he definitely won that fight, and that was absolutely, in my mind, the turning point of this game and sealed the series for Meaford. So now let's take a look now at the league series. We'll take a look around the league and see how the other series are shaping up. Now we'll take a look at the Central Division. Tottenham won their series over Colburn 3-0. Alliston swept their series against Grey Highlands 3-0. Meaford, as we're talking about here, beat Bradford 3-1, and Oshawa won their series in a sweep over the Bradford Bulls. So coming up next, Tottenham and Meaford will start their series Thursday night. Tottenham, the #1 team in the league. Meaford will have their work cut out for this in that one. And but Meaford has played them pretty close in a couple of games this year. There may be a little surprise there. And Alliston, second place, Alliston will face off against fifth place Oshawa in the other series. And now we're going to take a look at the schedule for this semifinal round between the Tottenham Steam and the Meaford Knights, starting Thursday night in Tottenham, 7:30 start. Then they'll take a day off and play on Saturday in Tottenham, again 7:30 start. Back in Meaford Sunday, 6:30 start in Meaford Sunday for Game 1 in Meaford. And if Game 4 and 5 are necessary, Game 4 will be played on Monday, the 29th in Meaford, 7:30 start. And Game 5 would be on Wednesday in Tottenham for an 8:30 start. Again, the semifinal series is a best-of-5 series. So, yeah, now we're going to take a look at the North Division. North Division, a couple of sweeps in there as well. South Muskoka over Coldwater, Parry Sound over Sagan, Temiskaming over Halliburton, and Elmaquin finally got rid of the pesky Bracebridge team, 3-1. So the semifinal rounds there will be South Muskoka versus Parry Sound and Temiskaming versus Elmaquin. Now we'll take a look at the South Division playoffs. Kingsville, #2 in the league. I think they lost only twice this year. Kingsville swept North York 3-0, all sweeps here. Niagara over Kamoka, Halton over the Toronto Predators, and the Toronto Attack over London. So the semifinal matchups will have Kingsville versus Niagara and Halton versus the Toronto Attack. Okay, so now I guess it's time for Meet the Knights. Tonight's special featured player is Ryan Hunter, team captain Ryan Hunter. Let's hear what Ryan had to say to the 10 questions. All right, everybody, it's time for Meet the Knights on Night Talk. And with us tonight, team captain Ryan Hunter. Ryan, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, and we're going to start off with a whole bunch of some silly and some serious questions. We're going to have some fun with this. Question number 1. What was your most memorable game this season?
Probably when we beat Alliston 5-2.
On game day, the usual pre-game meal is chicken and pasta. What's your favorite meal on non-game days?
Pizza. I like to enjoy that.
Lots of pizza?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. If you could center a dream line with wingers of your choice, who would it be?
Alex Ovechkin and Jamie Benn.
Right on. Sounds good. Question number 4, I believe. You wear number 17. Is there any reason why you chose that number?
Nope, no reason at all.
Make something up.
Wendell Clark.
It's better for TV.
All right,
I
yeah.
love that one. Wendell was great. Okay. It's better for TV if you make something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay, good. Question number, I lost what number I'm at, but anyway, the Knights team has shown that they can play with or beat anyone in this division. If it comes down to a division final between you and Tottenham, how many games would it go and who would win?
Go 7 games and the Knights would win.
Nice. All right. Next question. Teammate with the strangest pregame rituals.
Jack Edmonds.
I've heard his name come up quite a few times in that. Okay. If you were a vegetarian, are you vegetarian?
No.
No, okay. If you were a vegetarian, what meat would you miss the most?
Steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
And, okay, number 8. Do you have a favorite spot to go in Meaford if you want nothing but quiet?
No. Not at all. No.
Well, you're from Mississauga, so there's
Yeah.
no quiet spots in Mississauga.
No, not at all.
Okay. And the final question for Ryan is, playoffs are right around the corner. Who would you not want to face in the first round?
Doesn't matter. We can beat anybody.
I like that answer. All right,
Yep.
Thanks very much, Ryan Hunter, for doing this, and we'll see you in the ring.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Want to thank Ryan Hunter for doing that, and prior to last night's game, Ryan was quite a bit under the weather, touch of the flu. I shook his hand before we left. I washed it good afterwards, but Ryan was there right at the opening face-off, started on the first line and had a heck of a game for Meaford last night. He wasn't missing that one. So another thing I'd like to mention too, I want to say thank you to the people that came up to me at the rink last night and said how much they enjoy the Rogers broadcasts of the games. They get to watch them every Saturday morning, and how much they enjoy Night Talk. It's always nice to get that feedback from you, and we appreciate you watching us, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we like bringing it to you. So that'll be it for Night Talk for this week, and we'll be back probably sometime next week. And thanks for joining us.